my channel. I'm here to take you guys on how to make this sweet um, um, how to cut and sew this sweet gathers dress that you can use for any of your occasion. Just stay tuned and welcome, guys. This is my first time on this is my first time going live, so I would like you guys to please follow me, like, comment, and also subscribe to my channel if this is your first time coming across this. And please, I would like you guys to support me on this journey. So if you're this first time here, please just say hi and I'll respond to you. Thank you. So let's get started into today's deal. So this is our pattern paper. We're going to be splitting this pattern paper into this way. So from there, we're going to start by measuring this part. We're going to be needing our pencil and then needing our ruler. So we're going to start by reading a straight line across this like this. This is just a starting point. So there we start. So for this now, we're going to now start here. For this side, it is actually above one side below the one side at the half length, which is the waist area, and the other side that's below the hip region. So we are going to now, to get this proper this thing, we are going to be dividing this into this pattern paper into two like this, into two equal parts in this way. After dividing it like this, we're going to move ahead to measure to rule out a straight line as a starting point like this. After ruling it out in this manner, we now go ahead to measure our. So guys, you're welcome if this is your first time watching me, and this is also my first time on this. Please keep supporting me by liking and commenting on. So move ahead to measure our shoulder length on this part. You measure shoulder. My shoulder is 16 inches. Then because of the cut together hand, we are going to be adding 5 inches or making it 6 inches just to be on a safer side. So after adding an elastic band, it's going to be giving us the exact thing that we want. So we're going to be making it 7 inches actually. Then we roll out 7 inches on this part. Then on this part, we'll go down to our armhole, and because it's a cut together hand, we are going to using it on this part, 8 inches. Then from on this shoulder part, we measure our neckline. That is 3 by 3 inches. 3 by 3 inches depth, like this. Then you use your curve ruler to curve out cover this neckline, and on this part you go down at this shoulder part by 1 inch like this, and curve it out this like this. Then because we are going to be kneading this part, we are actually going to be ruling out, joining this straight line on this way like this to meet up with the shoulder slope. So from this point we are going to be on this shoulder part, start by measuring our shoulder to bust line, which is 10 inches, shoulder to half length 16, and shoulder to hip. But this pattern paper is not complete, so to get a complete one we are going to be joining these two parts together using masking tape or using our masking tape. So after joining, we are going to be joining it on this part like this. Sorry for the noise. I didn't actually. Sorry for the noise. So move ahead to the burial back like this way. So at this point, so firstly measured our shoulder to our bust line or bust point, whatever you know it as, bust point. Then move to under bust, which is 14 and 16 for the half length, and shoulder to my hip region is 27. We have 27 on the hip region. Then this is after the hip region. We'll move to, so my above knee length is actually 39, so we are going up from the above knee length to like 4 inches above, which is 39 minus 4, we have 35. This is what we have, so we mark out 35 on this point, and then we start by ruling out our straight line on the lines like this. So after ruling the lines like that, I don't know if you can see it. Let me use a marker to indicate well so you all can see what I'm doing. So which here we have our bust line, our under bust, and our half length, then our hip, then full length, as you can see like this. So, and mind you, this style is not having a dart. This style is not going to have a dart or anything. It's not going to have a dart. It's just a very straight and snatched um snatched hair dress. So move ahead to measuring our bust line. On this point, we have bust line, like breast line is for 38 divided by 4, we have 9.5. We mark out this 9.5 like this. Then on the under bust, my under bust is 30 inches divided by 4, we have 7.5. On half length, which is the waist region, we have, my waist is 30 divided by 4, we have 7.5 inches. Then on this point, on the hip region, we have 42 divided by 4, we have 10.5. we mark it here. And for this point, because it's coming snatched, so on this full length part, we are going to be having our hip region divided minus 5, then whatever it gives us. Then my hip region is 42 divided minus 5. 42 minus 5, we have 37. If I'm here, 37 divided by 4, we have 9 and quarter. Then we'll mark this 9 and quarter on this point. Then we'll now start by adding 2 inches for the sewing allowance on all these parts, like this. So after adding this on this point now, since we are not, our sleeve is not having, we're not having anything for the sleeve, so we are going to cover out this armhole on this part like this. Curve it out to meet with what you have here. So you're going to use your shoulder, your curve ruler to mark out this hip region on this part this way, and for this part you mark it this way. So we are going to move ahead. So if you want to cut your pattern, the scissors you use for cutting your pattern should not be the same with the scissors you use in cutting your fabric. So on this point, we're having 2 scissors on this part. We'll start by cutting out all this pattern. Place it aside. Then we'll cut out this shoulder for our shoulder strip. So on this point, this is the side that we'll be needing for the half length. So move ahead to, on this point, you're going to be reeling out this straight line on this side too. so you will not get confused. So I really appreciate you all for coming to my live section. This is actually my first time, so please, if you're enjoying this video, please give me a thumbs up, please, by liking, commenting, and also subscribing to my channel. So move ahead to indicate this bust line under bust line, half length with the hip length. So for this part, we are not going to be needing this hip length. So on this part now, so this is what we are going to be doing. We are going to be cutting from this half length down to this point. So to get that done, is a slanted point. I don't know if you all can hear me what I'm saying, but so to get this point, to get the half length that we'll be needing for this point, to be using to cover this part like this. So this is what we have here, and for this point we are not going to be needing anything on this point. We are going to be needing this part of this point. Then we move to the neckline. You can see that from the first time we didn't cut out this neckline, just because we just wanted to use this to just make our shoulder slope visible. So for the proper neckline, this is actually a canoe neck. So we are going to be measuring, since it's a canoe neck, I'll be using 5 inches by 3 inches. 5 inches. This canoe neck depends on the person, the shoulder, and also the shoulder length of the person. So because I have a round shoulder, my shoulder is 16 inches. So for someone using 16 inches, you could decide to use 5 or 4.5 inches just for the wideness of the neck. So to get this done, I'm going to be, just for you guys not to get confused, I'm going to be using 4.5 inches for the wildness, like this. Then on this point, we are going to be making it, the depth is 3 inches by 4.5 inches. That is what we are going to be needing for the neck depth, 4.5 inches by 3 inches depth. So we are going to now move ahead to connecting this ruler. Sorry, I don't have a curve ruler, so for you that have a curve ruler, you can do it better. So it's going to come this way like this to meet up whatsoever you have here. So if you have a curve ruler, you can do it so perfectly. So move ahead to cutting. As I said earlier, the scissors we use for our pattern paper is always different from the scissors we use for the fabric itself. So because the scissors, if you use the same scissors, it's actually going to blunt your scissors and you might not enjoy using that scissors anymore. So to just be on the safer side, you could decide to get an extra scissors for your pattern paper, or you use your previous scissors you used to, your previous scissors for it, for your pattern paper, and also for your fabric itself. So move ahead to cutting out the neckline. So this is what we have. So for you not to get confused, we are also going to be cutting out this part. So this is what we have. So when cutting out this pattern, this is what we have at the end of the day. We'll be placing this on the pattern, on the fabric itself, to cut out this pattern we are having. I hope you all can see what I'm making. So move ahead to, so for the back length, we are actually going to be so in order for you not to waste your pattern paper just like this, you could decide to gum, to join this pattern paper together, just as we did the other time. Sorry for the noise before. So on this point, so sorry, we did a mistake. We are supposed to be joining these parts. So to avoid all those things, so make sure we join these parts together just to get the back pattern for you guys. Sorry, sorry for it. So to get this, so this is the back pattern. So while doing this, you're going to be folding this pattern into two equal parts like this. So we're going to be placing this pattern like this. on this part, so you will not get confused. You actually need to place this first, then you could decide to hold your pattern paper. I'm sorry, let me get a pin to hold your pattern paper with a pin, just to get the back pattern. So we left about 1.5 inches on this part. Oh, that depends on you, how you like your back pattern to look when using. So we're going to cut out this pattern. Just as I said earlier, do not use your normal scissors for your fabric when cutting your pattern paper. So to get this done, you can see how I'm cutting it. I'm not cutting it on this slanted form like this. Just watch how I'm going to be making the back pattern after cutting out this so after cutting out this pattern, and we're going to be indicating the line for the zipper on this part. So after this gives us edge to know where zipper will be. So move ahead to removing the pins. I don't know if you all can hear me. Please just let me know on the comments if you can hear me on this. So you can ask me any question if you don't understand. Just let me know on the comment section whatever you would like me to know, or what you don't understand on this pattern. I will reply to your comments, reply to your questions. Just let me know what you don't understand. So after removing all the pins like this, as I said earlier, we're going to be unfolding this part. So just like I'm looking for the pattern paper. Just like this is where we have our zipper allowance. So this is what we have here. This is our zipper. This is our zipper allowance. So the reason why I made this down, just for you not to get confused, is that most times after cutting, if you have this kind of style, after cutting this point, it's not straight. After cutting it in this slanted form, you will notice that for the back pattern, if you're not facing the front side and the back side together this way, which is folding it, facing it at this point. So on this zipper around, we are going to be actually be folding this zipper around like this. So to get this done, we do not need the zipper allowance. You could decide to fold it in this way, this manner. So use your pin to hold down, to hold this down this way. You hold it on this point that you've made the line, so you will not get confused while cutting out, placing the front pattern and the back pattern this way. You will notice that after pinning it down, this is what you have. Then, as I was saying earlier, I said if you're not careful, you will notice that when cutting this kind of style, the front, after cutting the fabric, you notice that the front and the back is the same. Like when the back side is facing the front side. So in order for you not to make that kind of mistake, you bring the front pattern, which is the front side of the front pattern, it will be facing the front side of like we're having like this part I got already ruled out. This pattern at the front, so actually be facing, to get this proper style, you make sure that the back the front part is facing the front part, that the right side is facing the right side of the back pattern. So in order not to get confused, or the wrong side of the front pattern is facing the wrong side of the back pattern when cutting this. So this is what we have. We make sure that we are using this back side, which is the wrong side, facing the wrong side of the pattern of the back. So, or you make it like this. Make sure that this right side of the front is facing the right side of the back. So we have it. So after joining, we'll not have, or when about joining, you don't have any reason to start that you made a mistake, or you actually need to start cutting other, to go and cut another material for it. Do you get? Hello, you're welcome. You're welcome. I really appreciate you guys for coming to my live section. Please just ask any question if you don't understand. So this is what we have. You could decide, as we were saying the other time, you could decide to let the right side of the front pattern facing the right side of the back pattern. Do you get? So you will not make mistake when cutting your fabric. So on this part, we are going to now be placing this front side, the right side facing the right side of the fabric of the back pattern. So right to now make sure that use our you use our ruler to trace out the shape of the front pattern like this. So this is what we have. So when doing that, if you decide to move here, so this is what we have. So this is it. So we'll now move ahead to cutting out this pattern that is not needed for the back. So you can see that now the front pattern and the back pattern actually looks alike. You can see that. Then now I'll now place the front side apart, then the back side. We are removing the pin placed on the neck area just for us to get the neck depth. So to get the neck depth and the neck width, so for the neck width we use, this is actually a canoe neck. So because this place is actually for the zipper area, you're all welcome. So this is the part for the zipper area. Then to get that done, you place your neck depth. As I said earlier, the neck width is actually 4.5 inches because this is actually a canoe neck as they call it, a canoe neck, 4.5 inches. Then the neck depth for the back, they're actually using 2 inches for the neck depth of the back. So to get this done, if you have a curve ruler, sorry, my curve ruler got broken and I've not replaced it. So if you have a curve ruler, you can use your curve ruler to curve out this point like this, then you curve it out to the zipper area. After that, just note this: when cutting your pattern, you use a different scissors from the fabric itself. So this is what we have for the back pattern, and this is what we have for the front pattern. So move ahead to cutting out our fabric. So this is actually a white fabric and it's a 4-yard material. So now at this point, this is actually a 3/4 dress. So to get the down part of these points, Hello, blessing. You're welcome. Welcome to my live section. If this is your first time, please don't hesitate to give me a thumbs up and a like. Thank you all for watching. I'm pleased. So on this down part here, we're going to be having, this is actually a 3/4 dress. So for the down part, we're having the full length of this 3/4 dress is 47. So 47 minus 35. How do we get 47 and 35? 35 is the length of this pattern here. Then the down part. So we now deduct the remaining part from the other part. So for this point, we have let's make it, so let me start by, you can remeasure yourself if you're not getting the right part. Sorry, I'm just the only one here, and so I wanted to get to, let me make it 52. Let me make it 52. So what we do here, minus 52. We say 52 minus 35. You can do your maths using your calculator. Alright. At this point, you can write it, which is 52 minus 35. So what do we have? 7. We have 1. So what we want here is 17 for the down, which is the gathers. What we want is 17 to get the proper length of, for the gathers is actually 52. Your length, your full length minus the half length, which is this part that we did on the pattern paper. So we have here we have 17. So to get a well gathered dress, to get it, you actually had your hip measurement times 2, or the proper, or this is the standard measurement for your gathers. Your hip measurement divided, your hip measurement times 2, then plus 30 inches. Your hip measurement times 2, then plus 30 inches. So for here, my hip measurement is actually 42. 42 in 2 places. We have 84 plus 30. We have 184. We can do the math. So for this, we have your hip measurement times 2 plus 30. That's the standard measurement for your gathers. So my hip, let's assume my hip is 42 times 2. We have 84 plus 30. What do we have? 104. So 104 is what I'm going to be using for the gathers measurement, for the gathers at the down part. So, well, if you have enough fabric, you could decide to just use, as you could, this is, mind you, this measurement I said is actually the standard measurement for your gathers, but you could use more than that if you want it to be as full as anything, you could decide to use more than that. So this is just what we are having. So at this point, we're going to be having measuring 104 on this point. First, I measure 104. So this is 60. So me, I'm actually making this, I'm cutting out this whole strips. So this is the one left on this part. So I want it to be all of that. So what I'm going to do here is that I'm going to be measuring out the 17 inches that I'm in need of, but I'm going to be making it 19 inches for the folding, both the down part and the upper part of the gathered dress. So I'm making it 19 inches on this part, or you could decide to make 20 inches depending on, just to be on the safer side. So I'm going to be measuring this 20 inches. Now I'm cutting out this 20 inches. So this is 20 inches for the gathers. You place it aside. Then we'll move ahead to measure the pattern itself. So I'm checking out the, so I'm going to be leaving your fabric in this manner, then placing this pattern in this form. Placing it in this form, then pinning this whole fabric. So after joining, we'll move ahead to cutting this pattern. So just as I said, you can see that the scissors I'm using for my fabric is different from the scissors I'm using for my pattern paper. So move ahead to cutting and adding. So you move ahead to cutting and adding your sewing allowance whatsoever at the down part. So on this allowance, I actually saw that there was no need for this allowance since I've added allowance to it from the initial. So this is the front pattern. So we are cutting out the back pattern now. So for here now, this is the back pattern. This is, we've actually made sure that we are done making use of this back. So we are going to be cutting out these two pieces. So this is what we do. We are to be placing this on these parts this way. going to be pinning down this point. So we divided the back pattern. We divided it into two because of the zipper allowance. So that is where we are placing it, this form, like this.